Hi friends, welcome back to this series on the interview. I hope you're okay even as you're watching this video. It's so unfortunately that we've come to the end of these videos. So this one is the last video about the interview. I just hope whatever I've said in the previous videos has really been of help to you, for that is the whole purpose behind I taking these videos. At the end of the day, if my point is met, then well and good. Yeah, so today I want us to look at the last aspect that I promised to explain, and this is just a practical example to the why question. So I have a particular question with me here that I want to illustrate on how to respond to the why question. So the question of interest this afternoon, which is our subject, is why do you want to study electrical engineering? So this is a question that I've singled out, and I just want to give you a general overview on how to respond to this question in explaining the why question, because the subject of interest is on how to respond to the why question, but I just want to make it practical by pointing out a particular question, which is why do you want to study electrical engineering. So this is the most important aspect of the interview, the why question. So how you build your momentum and how you explain yourself about this question will surely move the the committee, whether upwards or downwards. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It's going to be a positive sign or negative sign. So it's a plus or minus response that you're going to get from the committee. So why do you want to study electrical engineering is a question. Now I want to give a practical example on how to respond to this question. For example, my approach is going to how I'm going to actually respond to this question is my interest in the field of electrical engineering is highly attached to the general importance of the course. So now I want you to take your time and listen carefully to the response. My interest in the field of electrical engineering is actually highly attached to the general importance of the course. Now I want you to, I've not said anything, I'm just giving a general response. So I'm explaining myself to say the reason why I want to study this particular course is because of the general importance of this course. So what? Probably that's what they want to hear next. So they're saying, so what? In their minds, obviously. In their hearts, they are saying, so what? What importance is there? What's the general importance of this course? So this is what they want to ask you. But you're given a proper introduction to yourself. You're sort of trickling down to the point. So after you mention this aspect, this point, you're going to now list the general importance of the course. From your research, of course. Now, and I said you need to do a research about the course. So in my case here, I'm going to say the first one being, now this is my approach. So I'm going to say the first one being, or the first one attached to the fact that electrical engineering is the backbone of engineering science. 2, due to the practicality of the course. 3, due to the pathetic current state of the electrical sector in Zambia. So here I'm just giving 3 reasons that are under the aspect that I call the general importance of the course. Now the thing is, I've not explained anything. At the end of the day, I'm trickling down. I'm giving a step at a particular step so that the interviewers can fully digest what I'm going to say. So initially I'm saying my interest is due to the general importance of the course. Then down there I'm going to explain the importances. So what are these importance aspects? So I'm explaining them. The first one, general importance, due to the fact that electrical engineering is the backbone of engineering science. That is my point. But I have to justify that. How true is that? I have to justify that. How true is that? I have to justify that. Then the second point is the practicality of the course. I have to explain what I mean by practicality of the course. Then the last one is due to the pathetic current scenario in the electrical sector in Zambia. I also have to explain that, but I don't have enough time. I'm just going to explain one point. So likewise, you have to explain your second point and the third point. Of course, you need to do a research. You need to prepare now. You need to write your points now and practice. Then it's going to be easy for you to even explain these points on that particular day. So I'm going to ask myself in that particular interview. I'm going to set my after I give my first point and I list my positions. I'm going to say, what exactly am I trying to say under the first point? What I'm trying to explain is due to the fact. What I'm trying to say is, then I can begin explaining. For example, I can say there can never be a proper medical engineering sector without power. So for a proper medical care or medical sector, we need to have medical machines, which of course are highly dependent on electricity. That is one aspect. Then I can also explain this point by saying we can never have a proper agriculture sector without electricity. So for proper high production, we need to have electricity that is going to run these huge agriculture machines that are efficient in terms of production. So you are now explaining why you're now justifying your point. So you're justifying your point. In this case, I'm justifying the point why I think electrical engineering is the backbone of engineering science. So there can never be a proper medical sector without electricity. There can never be a proper agriculture sector without electricity. There can never be a proper manufacturing sector, which is of course very important when it comes to generating income, because if a country is going to generate income, then they must be able to manufacture certain products which they must export. Now, there can never be a proper manufacturing sector without electricity. Everything is electrically driven. So you can go further explaining and justifying your points. So likewise, you have to explain and justify your second and third point. So this is just a general overview of how you have to respond to the why question. I hope you're getting the pattern. So the pattern is you have to give a general the general response, and this, in my case, my general response is my interest in the field of electrical engineering is due to the general importance. So this is a general approach, and then I give my points under the general aspect. Then I explain each and every point and have to justify that point. So that really helps the interviewers to get your points. They will get each and every aspect of you, and then that shows a high level of organization, which is a very important aspect when it comes to you during an interview, because you have to be highly organized. Highly organized means the way you're going to speak, they are going to see it in your eyes that you know what you're saying. So you're going to be informative, and the only way you're going to be informative, you have to do a research. And if you're informative, it's going to prove that indeed you have a passion about the course. That's why you're so informative. And then if you are so informative, it's going to be easy for you to actually explain the points. So there will be no need to actually panic. There will be no need to stammer at the end of the day. So I just hope you are able to get the point at the end of the day. So that's how we respond to the why question. I hope you got the pattern, and I just hope these videos really made a difference in your life, because at the end of the day, these videos are meaningless and pointless if they don't really impact you. I just hope they made a difference, and if you are interested in these videos and many more other videos, I will highly ask you, if possible, to visit my YouTube video. Thank you for watching these videos. I hope they really made a difference. May God bless you. See you. All the best in your interviews. I wish you the best. Only the best. Do your best if you want the best. May God bless you. Bye bye. See you.